Hey everyone, it's Jay here. Slightly different piece of content today. So what I'm actually doing is I'm going to show you all my workflow when it comes to creating micro SaaS products using Cursor. So I'm actually going to use a workflow that was taught to me by a good friend of mine called Michael, who's an ex-Google dev and 1x founder, which means he successfully come up with an idea for a company, raised VC capital, and exited it. So yeah, this one's for you, Michael. Thanks a lot for teaching me this stuff. Very valuable information for anyone who's interested in getting into sort of vibe coding and creating narrowly scoped micro SaaS products. So yeah, let's dive right into it. So as you can see, I've got Cursor opened up. Of course, you can use any other IDE, which stands for Integrated Development Environment, right? And what you can do is you can essentially chat to Cursor and ask it to create things for you. You can ask it to add functionalities and features. Here we're using an example of a little app I created called MenuBot, which is basically an application that allows you to scan a menu and basically it will give you suggestions on what you should eat based on the hunger level that you select, whether you got light hunger, moderate hunger, or you're very hungry. So I'll just show you all quickly through, I'll take you all through the application. So if I click demo, I've got a demo menu there. If I'm very hungry, then it suggests a bigger portion, which is a shrimp scampi. If I've got moderate hunger, it's suggesting a grilled chicken breast, and light hunger is just a vegetable stir fry. So as you can see, I can also hear the recommendations, which will essentially speak out the first smart pairing, which is this here. I've also got this section here of the healthiest picks. As you can see, I've got another smart pairing here, which is fried banana and cheesecake slice, and then I've got the menu items written here as well. So as you can see, there's also some dietary information, cost and nutrition summary, and yeah, that's basically all the app provides. Now it can do this dynamically for any menu you upload, or you can take a picture of the menu if you're right there at the restaurant. So really cool app. I'm going to show you all how I sort of came about this. And what I actually did is I started off with three sort of primary documents. The first one's a PRD, which stands for Product Requirement Document. The second one is a technical specification. And the last one is an entity relationship diagram, which basically states like what's the relationship of one button to another button or to a web page. So for example, a sign up button would be, directly linked to a sign up page. And once people sign up, then maybe they're forwarded to the login page. And then once they log in, they end up on the dashboard or the home page. So stuff like that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to ask Cursor to reverse engineer all these things that I actually use to create this application. And yeah, I'm just going to do it in individual prompts across different chats as well. I'm going to ask it to, take a look at the code base and provide these pieces of information for me. Of course, I'm using Aqua Voice as my dictation tool. I made a video on them on this platform or on that application earlier this year. So definitely check it out. I think it's one of the best dictations tool. I want you to create a product requirement document based on the current code base. So do all the research you need and provide the document for me. I'm actually pleased to announce I've launched one of my first digital products, which is a 7-day prompting ebook. I've called it Perfecting Prompts, and it's essentially a 7-day crash course on how you can improve your prompting so that you can supercharge your productivity. Now, I think prompting is a skill that, everyone definitely needs to learn. So yeah, if you're interested in improving your prompting capabilities and your ability to communicate, create context and create content, then yeah, definitely check it out. Okay, great. So I'm going to run that. Whilst that's running, I'm actually going to open up a new chat and I'm going to say, do some research into the current code base, and based on this, I want you to reverse engineer a technical specification. Okay, great. And I'm going to open up another chat and I'm going to say, I want you to take a look at the code base, and based off of that, I want you to create an entity relationship diagram. So I've got these chats running, and as you can see here, we've got everything pretty much sorted. So it's made a list of to-dos, and it started doing what it needs to do. So it's drafting the product requirements document based on the code base, and it's actually created a document with all of that. So the document is now complete. I'm going to go to that, and as you can see, it's all here. So this is the first version of it. that date is wrong, so I can easily just, oh, actually, this is all just made up, really and truly, so I could have gotten that at that date. In any case, we can see the executive summary, key value proposition, instant health analysis, all this kind of stuff, product overview, functional requirements, acceptance criteria, yeah, all these kind of things. And yeah, this is quite extensive. Now, this is the kind of thing I actually like to use when I'm about to start vibe coding. So I get this all together, and I also get, of course, the technical specification, so the things that need to be done. As you can see, we've got it all listed out here. So I'd copy all of this. You could potentially put this into a project on ChatGPT if you wanted to basically speak a bit more and come up with some more ideas for features. And then afterwards, yeah, as you can see, I've got the entity relationship diagram here. There's also a document created for this, and I've got it all listed here, which shows the kind of variables and, you know, their sort of data types as well. So really great way to sort of approach this. And what I do after this is I'll basically upload those 3 documents, and I'll say, based on this, provide me a series of prompts, or like a sequence of prompts that I can use to start building out this MVP, right? And usually that will give me a sequence of prompts between like 20 to 40. And what I'll do is I'll just go one by one and start adding all of those prompts into singular chats. So it will be one prompt per chat, and once functionality is done, I'll move on to the second prompt. Now, what I sometimes do as well is I'll actually say, give me the top 3 most likely errors or top 3 errors that are most likely to happen when an AI is creating code based on this prompt. So in there, like along with the prompt, I've got the top 3 most likely hurdles that are, you know, most likely to come about. And then I already know exactly how to approach it because I'll ask for that as well. So give me the most likely sort of hurdles, and then also the prompt to solve them. So this is how I approach, you know, creating apps or technical product development. I think that part of this workflow, if not all of it, will certainly be the future of agile or lean product management. And yeah, definitely something to look into.